Yes. After learning about environmental conservation, which I'm practicing on my farm, I decided to share the knowledge that I gain with my community. And in order to do that, I had to go to another village, another location, to establish a pilot project facility or farm where the neighboring community would come and learn and share whatever I've already learned and practiced on my farm. So this farm that I identified belonged to my vice chairman, William Langat, alias Beliot. And in this farm is 4 acres of land. It had nothing, it had only three trees on this farm. And what we decided to do was that we first started doing the farm planning, where we made sure that the housing was supposed to be in a certain part, farming was supposed to be located in a certain area within the 4 acres. Livestock as well was supposed to be located in a particular area. So what we did was that we engaged the local technicians. We had a livestock officer, we had the agriculture officer, the forester, and the provincial administrators. We all sat down there and we planned this farm. In this farm, the community used to go for about 3 to 4 kilometers away looking for water. The water that was supposed to be fetched from this community was from a distance. They had wells which were drying up every now and then. So what we did was to establish a tree nursery, and within this tree nursery, for the purpose of developing seedlings to distribute to the community, the neighboring community. So what we did was that we developed the nursery. We also, apart from the indigenous trees that we developed, we also grew the agroforestry kind of trees. So what we did was that as soon as we planned this farm, we went back and started and had a work plan, starting from a certain area to another area. After subdividing this land, we started with planting of the trees around the catchment area of these wells, because the wells were drying up. And we realized that because the place was open and bare, it could not store any water. The soils were very bad, and when it rains, because the area was plain, within a few minutes, all the water has already flown downstream, because there was no percolations on the ground. We realized that the kind of farming that was there had made the place to be very much compacted. I mean, the soil was completely compacted, and when it rained, the water was draining very fast to the rivers. So we decided to establish a forest, and this forest is the one that you can see around. The wells that were there, and they were 28 feet, and there was no water. If there was water, it would take a very short time before they were dried up. So after establishing a forest, which and using indigenous trees, within the third and the fourth year, the water levels were maintained. Instead of having the water for 6 months, it increased to 8 months, and eventually throughout the year. And when you look at the farm, you find that the water level is now, you can even draw using a cup. Just from this hole, this well, you can just draw the water using a cup. And currently, This family at the moment is getting the water from the farm rather than traveling 3 to 4 kilometers away fetching the water. We have a nearby shopping center here known as Jamaner. And in this shopping center, the community are also coming to draw water. The shopping center together with the communities. So this is one of the things that I had to establish and share the knowledge with the community. They share the experiences, and we are soon now moving to another location to establish exactly the same. This community also are now practicing exactly the same thing on their respective farms because we are using this farm as a pilot project.